longer in news that EMEFIELE has been granted bail for 50 million, of which upon meeting up with this bail, he has been released from custody and the trial has begun in earnest. The question here now is this: what actually happened? Why were they keeping Godswill EMEFIELE? Don't forget that the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, in several occasions came out to say that he is backing the redesigning of Naira notes. We have seen that the investigation that went, over the redesigning of Naira notes, among so many other, they say that EMEFIELE, and some people connived to forge the signature of Mr. President. Anyway, that was a laughable story or an investigation to me, because I don't really believe that. But let's look at this critically. In 2015, when Muhammadu Buhari came in as the president of Nigeria, he was looking for some certain scapegoats. And one of these persons, well, the former chief security advisor to the then president, Dasuki. Dasuki was arrested, detained in Kuje almost throughout the time of Muhammadu Buhari in power. He went ahead to also pick the spokesperson of PDP, Betsu, among others, whom he detained during his first tenure. Now, the same pattern is what we are witnessing under this current administration. Every government that comes into power, they look for who they can use as a scapegoat. And it's so unfortunate that it happened to be EMEFIELE. If you look at the court proceeding from the day one when EMEFIELE was arrested, he was walking so majestically, carrying Bible here and there. But recently you could see the boldness in him. Let's not forget that also the former EFCC boss, Bauer, was also arrested and detained for over 90 days. But then, he never made any comments or write any statement until he was released. But we also saw how he harassed young boys here and there, going after small boys, saying they're doing Yahoo, and all of that. And we could hardly see those properties, vehicles they have recovered, money they have recovered from Yahoo boys and some politicians that are on newspaper. We can hardly see where this money was channeled to. And now this administration, have now, continue in the same manner at which Muhammadu Buhari went, and now EMEFIELE has been released. The truth of the matter is this: we all know from the beginning that EMEFIELE case will just, dance around for Nigerians to hail Mr. President and his administration, and then it will just freeze out. We also saw the Senate president once say they don't even know how they are going to charge EMEFIELE. That his crime was so enormous. But the question here is this: how was EMEFIELE so powerful? Even when he was summoned before the Senate, he kept on saying that I had the backing of the Mr. President. Mr. President came up with so many press release and all of that. Not through his aide personally came out to speak on press. But we all saw what happened. This is the issue of corruption in Nigeria. That if you check from 1999 to date, the only time that Nigeria has a minister of petroleum was during the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And that was the reason why we could actually see some certain issues around our petroleum system where you can investigate a particular person. And this will now tell you how Goodluck Jonathan is more like a saint to all those people that has come after him, or probably before him, because all of them named themselves as a minister of petroleum. And if there is anything going on in that ministry, who do you investigate? Can you summon Mr. President? It's not going to happen. How do you summon your boss to investigate your boss? So these are the issues. I believe that the investigation are coming to a point where there is nothing to look for anymore, because going further, probably they want to touch some certain people that they wouldn't want to call publicly. How many times have we seen where the former administration said they were going to release the name of those sponsoring Boko Haram, release the name of those and all of that? Did it happen? No. And this administration came up to release some certain names, which were household names already on the public domain. Anyway, kudos to them for releasing this thing, but the truth still remains that this investigation on EMEFIELE will not lead to anywhere. All we want to do, or we want from them to do, is to make sure that they stop every loopholes in the system that some people will use in order to embezzle from the government's purse. What do you make of this? Let's have to take out the comment section. Thank you for watching.